Hello, everyone, and welcome to Thursday Night Football. The odds for the Minnesota Vikings versus the LA Chargers will be decoded today, and as you can see, the opening odds are on the screen. Now, I have all of this in my notes. We will go over that in a moment. I'm just showing you where they started, the money line, the spread, and the total, and where they are currently. We're going to go over this right now, but yeah, and we also have the splits as well. But let's get started with the opening odds. Minnesota. Sorry about that. Opening plus 130. 1 plus 30 equals 31. 13 plus 0 equals 13. 1 plus 3 plus 0 equals 4. LA Chargers opening money line minus 155. 1 plus 55 equals 56. 15 plus 5 equals 20. And 1 plus 5 equals 11. Now, currently on the money line, it is plus 148 for the Vikings, minus 178 for the Chargers. All right, spread. Opened at 3-point favorites, the Chargers did, at minus 115 cost, minus 110 cost, excuse me, minus 110 cost. And the current spread, plus 3.5 at minus 120 cost for Minnesota, minus 3.5 point favorites are the Chargers at minus 102 cost. Over under, opened at 44.5, and currently it is 44.5. Opened at minus 110 cost even. Currently, the over is at minus 112. Under is at minus 108. And with that, we're going to go back to the narrative here, the breakdown. But we are going to go to the expected value. Expected value is the measure of what a bettor can expect to win or lose on each bet placed on the same odds time and time again. And the formula is right below it right here. If you want to calculate it or use a calculator, expected value calculator, if you do a lot of expected value betting. All right. Opening 42% to 58%. That is based off the plus 130 minus 155 odds at the opening. That gives Minnesota a negative $3.40 expected value. That gives the Chargers a negative $4.58 expected value. Currently, based off the plus 148 minus 178 odds currently on the money line, that gives Minnesota Vikings an expected value of negative $3.28. That gives the Chargers a negative $4.73 expected value. Now, let's see. We're going to go over the odds movements. All right. Minnesota on Tuesday, 10/21 was at plus 134. The Chargers at minus 158. 27% for Minnesota on the betting, 89% money. So people putting heavy money on Minnesota at only 27% of the people betting on it on Tuesday. 73% betting for the Chargers, 11% money. So people putting heavy money on Minnesota on Tuesday. On Wednesday, went down quite a bit. Odds changed quite a bit as well. Minnesota went up to plus 152, and the Chargers went to minus 180, negative 180. And at the same time, their money increased from 11 to 28. 72% money for Minnesota, 27% betting for Minnesota, 73% betting for the Chargers. And the spread has held up pretty much until it just changed to 3.5 points a few hours before this. Plus 3 points. 3-point favorites are the Chargers, 3.5 underdogs are the Vikings on Tuesday at minus 114, minus 106 cost. 40% betting for Minnesota, 37% money for Minnesota, 60% betting for the Chargers, 63% money for the Chargers. Spread odds movements Wednesday, 10/22. Same spread amount. 3-point favorites are the Chargers, 3-point underdogs are the Vikings. Minus 102 cost for the Vikings. Significant change in the odds. Cost minus 120 for the Chargers. 51% betting to 50% money for Minnesota. 49% betting for the Chargers to 50% money. So that evened out. Chargers went down on money from Tuesday to Wednesday. Odds went up. They went up on the money line Tuesday to Wednesday. Odds went up, giving you an indication on where the bookies are putting their money right now. But wait to bet late. Analyze it a little more and see where they want you to go. Over under minus 115 over. Under is getting minus 105 on Tuesday. That is 70% betting going with the over, 76% money going with the over. On Wednesday, over under 44.5 minus 112 cost went down 3 points. Minus 108 went up in the negative direction. To minus 108, 105 to minus 108. 72% betting going over and 84% money going over on Wednesday. They increased their money. They went down on the cost on the over. But this is still early in the day. That is going to fluctuate. Analyze where those costs are going in relation to these splits, in relation to how much they change these odds, because this could go to 45. This could go to 45. And they give you these 3 factors to really just throw you off. As you can see now, the spread went from 3 to 3.5. And that is where we are now. But yeah, let's scroll down. All right, currently, the splits look like this. Based off the plus 148 for Minnesota, minus 178 for the Chargers. 25% betting going with Minnesota on the money line. 75% betting going with the Chargers on the money line. Percentage of money, 45% going in favor of Minnesota, 55% in favor of the Chargers. Spread percentage of bets, 56% in favor of Minnesota, 44% in favor of the Chargers. Percentage of money, 51% in favor of the Vikings, 49% in favor of the Chargers on the money. Total, over under. Total is still at, all right, 44.5 minus 112 cost going with that over. Over is getting 73% of the betting, 27% going under, 82% going with that over on the money, 18% going with the under. Now, not much different from yesterday, a little bit different from Tuesday, but as far as the totals, that is. But if you see the way they're swaying these odds, Chargers went up on cost, then they went up on cost here, as well as on the spread, even though they went down on the money. They continue to go up on their cost. As long as you see that happen, there's a little safety blanket there for that home favorite. And they're not a massive home favorite, so you don't need to worry about potentially missing out on a heavy underdog. For example, like not really a heavy underdog, but Cincinnati last week, we got plus 205 on the money line on Thursday. And this is where we are now. But yeah. I will see you guys in the next video. Let's see. Hold on. Let me check a few more things. Yeah. I will see you guys in the next video. Analyze the odds according to the where they adjust the actual numbers to where they adjust the cost to where the splits go, where the money is going, where the betting is going. But yeah, pray every day. I've been Scott. Join the Patreon. Link is in the description and in the video. You guys take care. And all this information will be on the Patreon as well. But yeah, you guys take care.